The most sophisticated jazz event of the year returns just for you. Enjoy smooth jazz on the beach at the Mazatlan Jazz Festival, October 7th through the 10th, 2022. Fly to exotic Mazatlan in a private charter jet for a luxury adventure and stay at the all-inclusive, beautiful Pueblo Bonito Emerald Bay Resort. Enjoy fun-filled days and festive evenings in the Pearl of the Pacific, Mazatlan, Mexico. Join old friends, meet some new ones. This sophisticated event will have everything you can imagine and desire. Visit us at MazatlanJazzFestival.com. See you there.
Okay, since you can turn me on now. You got it? You got it? You hear it? I can. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, all around the globe, to another edition of We Love Rare Grooves. That's right, it's Monday night, where I'm your host, C-Mose, where we bring you the magic of the music and the music of the magic every Monday night, only here on We Love Rare Grooves. We're streaming live on the Universal Broadcast Network. That's ubngo.com, channel 1. Also, our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter. So please tune in, because we got another great show here as we bring you the legends here on Monday night on We Love Rare Grooves. But I can't do this great show without my talented cast and crew every Monday night, bringing you this great, fabulous music. And we start off with the one and only, the videologist, the DJ, the one and only Mr. DJ Reg in the house.
Hey now,
Hey,
Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday.
happy Monday, man. Happy belated Father's Day to
Thank
all
you. And
the
happy
fathers.
belated Father's Day to you too, sir.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
And happy
it.
Father's Day to you, to our to Roberto, the man over there.
Happy great grandfather's day. Hey, that's a blessing.
Yes. But we have a great guest, y'all. He's a legend. And he's a great pianist.
Yes. Pianist.
He's still working on his. He's still working on it. Yeah. But and I probably owe him a whole lot of money because he has some great stuff. Great stuff. So you guys in for a treat, y'all. So
Let's get it started. And then we got Robert, Mr. Robert A. You got to know your soul. Boy, my boy be writing for the Post. They said they want another article from him.
Yeah.
Congratulations again,
getting
man.
paid.
Oh yeah. I'm excited about the guest tonight. First of all, everybody don't understand what this is. Bobby Lyle does, okay? I don't have to ask him whether he know what this is because I know he does. We're pretty excited about somebody who persevered. The real issue about the music is people come and go, but then the ones who last are the ones who are based on quality, and that's what our guest is tonight. So I'm pretty excited about it. I know a lot about him, so
We pumped. We pumped. And then we can't do it without our beautiful and talented co-host, the one and only Miss Shantini Irie. Hey. What's up, beautiful? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. You got a glow. What you been doing this weekend?
He called her, and he called her beautiful. What you trying to get, man? What you trying to get?
I'm saying she got a glow. She was hanging out with somebody this weekend.
Absolutely not.
They had her, was you in Rock Creek Park doing it in the park?
No.
Ooh, wow.
I was
Doing
at
it
my
after dark?
house.
after dark.
Well,
Yeah.
you can do
No.
it in your house after dark.
If I did, I wouldn't tell none of y'all.
Ooh,
But
ooh.
you ain't got to tell us. We just seen the glow.
Oh, well, no, I have not been doing anything at all but being in my house.
And working on the show.
That's it.
Okay.
And
all right,
working, that's
all
it.
right. So you excited about our guest tonight?
Of course.
Okay. Let's get it done as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. We want to thank Beverly Boys Video Guys, the video go-to guys for all your video production needs. That's Beverly Boys Entertainment. Give them a call, 1-800-385-1243. I think we're going to have them down at the Mazatlan Jazz Festival filming. So, trying to put that out there in the atmosphere, going to make that connection.
Big Red gonna make it happen?
Big Red's going to make it happen. And also, we have our girl over there, LB Tax Consultant. That's right, Laura Broussard. Give her a call today at 424-227-8885. She got all year round tax services, tax resolution service, payment arrangement assistance, and corporate tax filing. So give her a call today. Then we have our guys at Lifestyle Import. That's right. They're going to help you get your passport to the Mazatlan Jazz Festival, and they can also help you get the boot off your car. Give them a call.
Absolutely.
572.
Within 2 days. He said 2 days, right?
2 days. It's 2 days.
But you didn't find out if he could get your repo back, though.
Right.
That part you didn't find out.
And Sweet Events SoCal Magazine, the digital magazine, the #1 digital magazine in the Los Angeles market. And that's sweetlifesocal.com. And then we have Mazatlan Jazz Festival October 8th to the 21st, and we'll have more information to you about that. But as we start the show tonight, this Monday night, you got to help me with the word. So when I get to it, I'm just going to point to you because y'all said I'm messing it up.
Okay.
So, all right. So this Monday, we welcome to the Groove Studio a gentleman who is established.
Pianist.
Thank you. Songwriter.
Need some help.
Producer, arranger, music publisher, sideman, band leader, musical director, just a world-class performer.
He does it all.
Oh, man, I mean, audience at home and abroad have been mesmerized by his music, his composition, his dazzling piano techniques. He has performed with some of the greatest. Y'all ready?
We ready?
All right.
Come on, tell us.
Young Holt Unlimited.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ronnie Laws.
Yeah.
Wayne Henderson.
Yeah.
Of the Jazz Crusaders. George Benson.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Beth Midler.
Heard
Yeah,
of her
Bette
too?
Bet.
That's
Bette
what,
Midler.
Bette Midler.
Out of
Yeah.
Atlantic Records.
That's
Yeah.
right. El Giro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phyllis Hyman.
Uh-huh.
And Anita Baker. He's a music
Anita's
director.
out of Detroit.
Right,
so
for
you know.
both of them. He received an Emmy nomination for his musical direction on the HBO special Diva Las Vegas. Tonight, we're going to take you on a musical journey as we share the music from his latest release, Ivory Flows. So let's give a standing ovation to the legendary Bobby Lyles. Welcome to the Groove Studios, my good man.
Hey. Yes.
How you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing great. I can't see anybody.
You can't?
You can't?
You can't see nobody?
Well, we'll be
What
coming.
happened to my picture?
There you
Can
go.
you see us now?
How about that?
I don't have any picture. I just have Zoom United on my screen.
All right, so for now, just play along with us. We'll get it when we get to the next section, but we can see
But we
you.
can see you.
And
We can see you
and
well.
you can hear, so we're going to go ahead and do the interview. We met a few years ago at Catalina Bar and Grill here in Los Angeles in Hollywood.
Clifton was the one who
What?
snuck in. He didn't
I
have
snuck
tickets or
in
anything.
And I said I would love to have you on the show, and you said I'll do it, and we made it happen.
All right.
Many
it
years
took a while, but we did it.
We did it, man.
Yeah.
So as we do every Monday night, we want to share your musical journey and tell your story, and give you your legendary awards while you're here, and tell it only the way we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. And my colleagues here will have some questions, and then we'll go into some musical selections. We're gonna have fun tonight, man. Listen, you hear this in the back? You hear this in the background?
I do.
That's night breezing, man. That's when I was cleaning seeds off your album.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I was cleaning seeds off your album. You know what I'm talking about.
No, Night Breeze. That goes way back.
So when he had hair, Mr. Lyle.
Yeah.
So we start off. What would you say? Him playing the ivory,
No, did you come out of the womb playing and doing music?
playing the ivory keys.
Well, I started young, not quite directly from the womb. Maybe 5 or 6 years old, and that's when I got started.
And so what prompted you to pick piano as your instrument? Even though I know piano's like the foundation instrument, what made you pick that as opposed to guitar or sax or something?
Well, it helps when your mom is the church pianist and organist.
Oh, yeah.
That does help.
And also, I had an older brother who was taking lessons. And so it looked like he was having fun with it. So I said, Mom, I want to do that too,
Mm-hmm.
And so wouldn't you know it, he ended up quitting and I became the professional.
Oh. Now, did you study formally in school?
Yes, I did 2 years at McAllister College in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Soda. Yeah.
And I had a great classical teacher there. And then after a couple of years, I got so many calls to go out on the road, I left and went on the road.
So now, where were you born?
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee.
Making easy
Memphis,
money.
Tennessee.
Hold up, making easy money, pimping hoes in style. Yeah.
Is that what it stands for?
Yeah, you ain't heard that in a while, have you?
I haven't heard that in a long while. But they moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota when I was maybe a year or two old.
Oh,
okay.
man.
So you
Okay.
grew up in Minnesota.
So you didn't get
I
that
grew
Memphis.
up and studied and went to school and all of that in Minnesota.
All that cold weather. Yikes. So what was the Minnesota scene like musically at that time when you were there?
Well, there were a lot of great musicians around there that were older than me, and I got a lot of mentoring and inside information from these guys. It wasn't the musical center on a national level like generations later when Prince and Jam and Lewis came along, but it was just a real solid core of really seasoned musicians. And the time that I spent with them had a lot to do with my personal musical development.
Is there any of them that we know? Did any of them go on to do music professionally?
No, you probably wouldn't know any of them. Like I said, it didn't really become a national focus on that area for music until the whole Prince generation came along.
What were some of your...
Now, before me, there was a world-class bass player named Oscar Pettiford.
Yes, I heard of that name.
I know you've heard of Oscar.
Of course.
And he actually moved away from there by the time I got up and started playing. I was playing as a teenager in clubs that I wasn't old enough to be in.
We got those stories a lot.
Right, we hear that a lot. We hear that a lot on this show.
Yeah, all they ever said to me was, "Better not catch you drinking, boy."
Uh-huh.
As you took a
And of
shot.
course I did anyway.
Of course you
Yeah,
did.
of
Just
course.
a little taste.
Somebody
Just
snuck you
taste.
something, of course.
You had a shot of Old Crow, right?
You know,
A little something,
relax.
something. So now,
Yeah.
did you have who were some of your early musical influences growing up that we would all know, well-known people?
Oh, I listened thanks to my mom and my uncle, who was a high school band director down in Memphis, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He used to come visit us in the summer, and he'd bring all the latest LPs.
Mm-hmm.
There were actually vinyl records at the time.
Oh yeah, we know
of
about
course.
that. Yeah, we know about that.
And he would bring Oscar Peterson and Errol Garner and Bill Evans and all the great masters, Bud Powell, Art Tatum.
King Curtis, did he bring King Curtis out of Memphis?
No, he was like strictly a straight-ahead jazzer.
Yeah.
And Phineas Newborn Jr., who was also from Memphis, he was another famous pianist from down there. But anyway, he would bring, Dave Brubeck as well, Take Five.
Really?
and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Take Five.
Wow.
And so, as a very young, aspiring musician, I had all these master players in my ears all the time. And I'm wondering, how do they do that? And I'm trying to work my little stuff out on the piano and listen to them. And it's a process that every musician goes through.
Mm-hmm.
And because once you settle in on who your influences are going to be, then you begin the task of trying to develop a personal style and a personal sound. Because regardless of whose playing you love, it will do you no good to grow up trying to sound just like them.
Yeah,
Absolutely, that's right.
for sure.
And so the biggest way I figured to develop my own style was through my songwriting. And once I got into writing my own songs, then it kind of snowballed from there.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you guys have any groups when you were growing up? Like, did you form any groups in high school or any bands?
Yeah, I was always in bands. My very first professional gig at age 16 was in a private club, and it was a piano trio. Now, in a piano trio, you don't have horns or guitars to carry the melodies and hide behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my baptismal by fire. Have to be the front guy and know all the chord changes and all the melodies.
Mm-hmm.
And so that accelerated my learning curve a lot.
Just a little bit more. Talk a little bit more about the influence of your family. As you said, you had a brother on top of you, and then your parents. Just talk a little bit more about that in your own personal development.
Well, I was very fortunate because in my neighborhood in Minneapolis, our house became known as kind of a cultural center, because there was always music. My dad was a book collector. He had all the great classic authors, and he introduced me to classical music. So all of these influences were constantly around us. And Mom was a big fan of the big bands. She liked Duke Ellington and Count Basie. And she liked Billy Eckstine and Billie Holiday.
Joe Williams.
So yeah, I was hearing everybody. I am so fortunate to have grown up in that household.
Wow.
What was the hottest radio station in Minneapolis at that time?
We didn't really have a hot radio station.
So
we had WCCO radio, but you know, there was one jazz show that came on late at night on KSTP, and the DJ was a guy named Lyle, and he actually just died a few years ago. He made it into his 90s. But as kids, we would always have the radio tuned late at night, even when we were supposed to be in bed sleeping. We'd be listening to that late night jazz with Lyle so that was a big influence also.
The late night jazz where they played the national anthem and then you had snow on the TV. It was time to go to bed.
I had a question for you. When you were in high school, what instrument did you carry home? Because I know you started off with the piano, but what did you have to carry home as an instrument going from, because we all had that class music class.
Well, actually, I was in the band playing the clarinet.
Ah, that's a good one.
And when I started listening to the great saxophone players like John Coltrane and Sonny Rollins, of course I wanted to do that. So I told the band director, I want to switch from this clarinet. I want to start playing the saxophone. And he told me, I can't let you do that because you're my first chair clarinet player.
First chair.
Can't do it.
This ain't about you, this about me.
So I was such a brat behind that, I quit the band. And I joined the choir. I joined the high school choir as their piano accompanist.
Wow, okay.
So actually that band director did me a favor because it forced me to focus in on what I was eventually going to do anyway.
Yeah.
So when you first left Minnesota, what was the first city you hit musically? Was it Memphis? Was it Chicago? Was it New York?
Let's see. Right before I moved away from Minneapolis, I had started touring with Young Holt Unlimited.
That's what we're going to go into.
In the early 70s, and that was my introduction to all the happening jazz clubs around the United States at that time. And we went everywhere from East Coast to West Coast to down South.
That's a perfect.
Did you ever, when you moved to Minneapolis, did your parents ever send you back home to Memphis when you were coming up, like for the summer and stuff?
We would go and visit from time to time, and I still, to this day, I have cousins. My aunt, my mom's final surviving sibling just passed maybe a couple of years ago, and she was almost 90. We've got a lot of longevity in our family.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing.
My dad's mom lived to be 103.
Wow,
I love
that's great. So
you got some longevity,
right?
Yeah.
Some longevity in the genes. So it's funny you say that. We're getting ready to go into a musical selection. And when you said Young and Holt, that's what we're going to do tonight is go through that journey from Young and Holt. But we're going to start the show out with your latest release. Can you imagine? We're talking about 5 decades of music. So your latest release that you have, and that will be at the end. That's what I was telling you. We're going to go back. It's Living in the Flow. And you want to
Living in the Flow.
Yes, you want to talk about your latest release, Living in the Flow. And we're going to introduce that to the audience around the globe right now of something new and exciting from Mr. Bobby Lyle. So tell us a little bit about Living in the Flow.
Well, that is actually the single from the album called Ivory Flow.
Okay.
And that single went to radio probably in February or March. And just this past week, it entered the Billboard Top 10 Smooth Jazz Singles.
Man, congratulations on that. Give me some congratulations noise.
Hey.
Thank you.
There we go. Man, better late than never there, Tony. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it was, I started to call this song The Little Engine That Could because it just kind of creeping and chugging along. And so I felt extremely blessed to finally see it get in that top 10. I think we're number 8 there. And on the Smooth Jazz Network chart, we're number 6 on that one.
All right.
And
So-
you have to understand the field is very crowded now. Like they have
Oh, yeah.
100 people on their charts, the
Mhm.
top 100. Everybody's got a record out. So to be able to navigate through all of that and really get the love from the radio and the recognition, it's almost like jump starting my career again.
Great.
Man, so let's introduce then Living in the Flow in the top 10 in the jazz billboards, and then we're going to go on that journey as we only do here on We Love Rare Grooves. Give us a call at Mr. Bobby Lyle at 323-524-2599, streaming live on ubngo.com, channel 1, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. DJ Reg, producer Tony, Pretty Tony. Y'all ready? Let's take me away.
Oh, there I am. I just found my pictures.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, man, I did the best I could while I was doing it. No, I got. So I can. You guys keep talking. I gotta download it now. Put the. Yeah. So what's the next song we going? We going to the beginning of it? We're going to the beginning. Right.
Oh yeah, now. All right. Oh yeah. Oh. All right. That's not the soul. I just wanna say, oh, oh, oh my, you can follow my eyes. Look at that. Oh yeah, now that beautiful buck and she's black, that beautiful.
Wow.
Welcome back to the Groove Studios. You're live on ubngo.com, channel 1 with the legendary Bobby Lyle as we take you on a musical journey, only as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. Was that a musical journey? This is just segment
Quite
1. Huh?
That was quite a journey.
And you don't have the songs in front of you, but as I said, we segue into Young Holt Unlimited. And that was your first exposure, like you said, doing a national tour and playing with them. They started off with Ramsey Lewis, but man, how did you come to grips with those guys? That's some footsteps to follow into.
Yeah, they were in Chicago and I was in Minneapolis. Somehow they had heard about me, and they got my number and called me up and asked if I wanted to go on the road, and I said, of course.
Wow.
So that was in the early 70s. And it just kind of launched everything for me because, like I said, I got a good trip around the circuit, all the clubs. And, music is a very ethereal kind of business. It can be like here today and gone tomorrow.
Yes.
And the fact that I have survived for decades is probably the greatest blessing of my life, because people come and go for various reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, we know jazz fans are like country fans. They're very loyal. Pop fans are a little bit more finicky.
Loyal, and you have to repay that loyalty with constantly bringing new product.
That's right. Bobby Lyle, Ivory Flow. Tell them where to go ahead. You might as well hit all your social media where they can pick it up at today.
This CD can be purchased either as a digital download or as a physical copy that I will happily sign from my website, Bobby Lyle the Genie.
The Genie.
Get down with the Genie. That's what we got.
And if you all shoot me an address afterwards, I'll send one out to you.
We're gonna do so. Don't hang up after the show. We're gonna share some of that. We're gonna share.
Tell me a little bit about your ability to adjust. With Red Hot, L.D. Young, then I look at Sly Stone, I'm looking at John Lucien. Gosh, you seem like you got that quality to adjust to different kinds of music. Tell us about that.
Well, I kind of figured out long ago that when you're backing another artist, you have to channel all of your talents into making them sound great. And most of the time I've been used to being a band leader, but the times that I took off to do musical director work or play in someone else's band, you really have to kind of forget about what you're doing musically and really focus in on what the essence of this artist is. Just the difference in the vocalists that I've MD'd for between Al Jarreau, Anita Baker, Bette Midler. She was probably the most eclectic of all of them, because she would do everything from Broadway show tunes to rock and roll, and so it was fun having that much variety in the music. Al Jarreau was like another musician, only he was using his voice, and I was able to travel all over the world with Mr. Jarreau, Europe and places over there that I had never been to. So each of these artists gave me something to come away with as I was building my own career. And, because I'm an instrumentalist, primarily an instrumentalist. And when you don't sing, you better be able to entertain your audience with your instrument. they're expecting you to do that, and so you kind of have to go that extra mile as an instrumentalist and really try to come up with the energy and the uniqueness that you can carry that show for hour and a half or however long you're on stage.
When you were with Bette Midler, was that when she had the Harlettes and Charlotte Crossley and all them?
She always had the Harlettes.
Okay. Yeah, we had one of them on the show. Charlotte Crossley was one of them at that time, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
There was a different group when I was there, but she had them almost from the very beginning, really.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
And I remember going to her house in Beverly Hills, and I was supposed to be auditioning for her. And we just basically sat and talked for an hour, and then it was like, okay, I have to do something. And as I was walking out the door, I said, Miss Midler, shouldn't we run through some music? Because she hadn't even heard me play. So we played a couple of songs, and then I told her to send the music to me. And she said, not so fast, Mr. Lyle. I still have 3 more people to interview.
Way to close the deal. Hey,
So 3 weeks later, I finally got the call that I had passed the muster, and it was
Not
time
so
to go to
fast.
work.
earlier we shared some of your music with Young and Holt. Also, we found some songs you probably don't remember. You might even play it on. Remember Jihad, the Miss Natural Soul, Black and Beautiful? Do you remember that? And
I don't remember playing on that one. I have to be honest with you.
And Sly, how about Sly? You played with Sly, right? And that's just
Oh yeah.
You'd remember that.
But I mean,
Now let me give you a little backstory on that. I left Minneapolis in 1974.
mm-hmm.
I don't even care if I'm dating myself. I left there in 74 with my family in the car with our clothes and pots and pans like the Beverly Hillbillies. And we drove in my Lincoln Continental from Minneapolis to Los Angeles, California, with no work lined up.
But you know you were good.
No prospect of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I tell all these young people that I'm mentoring, there comes a time in your life that you have to step out on absolute faith.
Yeah.
And you have to have such a tough belief in what you're doing that it doesn't matter that you're uprooting from what's comfortable and familiar and going to the unfamiliar. It doesn't matter, because if you have prepared yourself, that talent will travel anywhere. And don't you know, when I first got to LA with no work lined up, come to find out, a friend of mine from Minneapolis was the drummer with Sly and the Family Stone.
Okay.
Wow.
And he had been talking to Sly about me, and Sly was like, I know all the good piano players. So he was actually able to set up an audition, and I didn't play piano. I played the Hammond B3 organ.
Yes, love it. That's a good organ.
And yeah, I got an album of that. I hope you have some of that music. I only did 1 album of it.
Don't worry, we'll find it.
Please find that.
What year was that Lincoln Continental that you had? I'm just trying to get a picture.
It was a 1971.
It was large then.
Yeah, so big boat.
It was large.
It's the big boat.
You had the gangster doors.
The suicide doors.
You had the suicide gangster doors. What color was it?
Gangster doors, big plush seats.
What color was it?
It was
Powder
lime
blue.
green.
Lime green.
Lime green. Oh, that reminds me of what's his name's Lime Green Porsche from
Full Force.
Full Force. They had a lime green Porsche
And limo.
and a limo.
So that's where I think you straddled and became very successful with straight ahead jazz, and then more of the jazz fusion, because that was the time that transition was coming from straight ahead to the jazz fusion. And that's when we played your first release was Dance on Love and Peace from that first album.
Wow, that was that was actually before the Genie.
Yeah, that's before Genie. That was 73. That was Bobby Lyles Plays Electone.
Electone.
Yeah, we reached way back on that one.
CBS was actually going to sign me to do an album on that machine that I recorded on. The Japanese weren't ready to release it to come to America yet.
Wow.
So that kind of killed the deal. And when they were ready to send it to America, guess who bought the first one and recorded with it?
Who?
One of my heroes, Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
So he beat me to the punch on that.
Hey, but that's not bad one to beat you on. At least you didn't have to modulate for him. But
inside joke.
That's an inside joke.
Inside joke.
But at least it made you smile there. So you've been on numerous record labels, haven't you? Started out. What was the first? Was it on that was the Japanese record label? But you started out after that. That is right. It was a Japanese record label.
Yeah, after the Japanese label.
That was.
I actually, let's see. When I finished touring with Sly and the Family Stone, I met Wayne Henderson of the Jazz Crusaders. He became my mentor and my producer. He took me in the studio. We did a 4-tune demo, which included the Genie and Night Breeze.
Yep.
Oh. We took it across the street to Capitol Records and got a deal right away.
Wow.
And it seemed so easy back in those days, you know.
Right. Getting a deal now,
to get signed, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, because people ask me, well, what is your advice to young musicians coming along today? And I always jokingly say, get another profession.
We always ask that question, so thank you for doing that for us. We're going to go into give a little love to one of our support people, Beverly Boys Production, and then we're going to come back and we're going to share some music with some singers and artists that you played with and some of the tunes that they played with, and then we're going to come back and talk about that. And then, so we're going to surprise you with some of the songs that we'll be playing in our next section. So please give us please give us a call at 323-524-2599, streaming live on the UBN Go Network Channel 1, and also Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube channel. So subscribe to our YouTube channel as you have myself, C-Mo, Shantini Irie, DJ Reg, and Robert A. the Consultant, bringing you We Love Rare Grooves. Pretty Tony, take me away as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves.
If you want an amazing, high-quality video, definitely go with Beverly Boy Production.
Team Beverly Boy is so dynamic.
What keeps you coming back to Beverly Boy is trust. They know what they're doing. I look at them, those guys as my team. That's my video team.
If you're considering hiring Beverly Boy Productions, just do it.
You don't really need to look much further than Beverly Boy. Give them a call. They will make sure your vision shows up on screen.
We're excited to help you with your next project, so drop us a line and let's connect.
Run to the sunset, hand in hand on a lonely beach, and warm to his laughter.
Wow.
This is the place and time I'd rather be, not just for now. Whatever happens, when you think of the beginning, when our love was new, sorrows, a building a love that's true. And when I stare into the silent invitation of your eyes, you draw me near, baby. Make sweet love until the sun begins to rise. We know just how to touch each other. Just one touch. In body, mind, and soul. Is there a mind? There's no greater ecstasy than when love is taking hold. If it stays.
To leave you so many times, but when we're apart, I can't get you off my mind. I can't imagine me ever without you. You're all that I am. I'm so attached to you. Nothing could be better been loving all afternoon. Second nature to me now. I'll always love you. I'll always love you. Second nature. Always. You are second nature. Nothing could be. I'll always love you better.
Some folk never win, and some folk hardly lose. but here we are. We're all a part of all there is, and it all goes around and round. Life is like a school where some folk never learn the rules, but here we are. Some of us are wise and some are fools, and it all goes round and round. Sailing through space, gaining time, endlessly turning around. With each brand
no. Hey. Something happened last night, baby. But I can't describe. Maybe something you said to me. Oh, but you really blew my mind. Oh, I don't know. You got me caught up. How you got me caught up? Got me open. Oh, got me shook down on you. Tell me how. Got me caught up. Oh, my darling. No coping. Cause I'm shook down on you. Hey, got to tell me how you did it, when you did it, and what you did it with. No other woman's made me feel like this before. Now you got me so addicted to the love, baby.
strolling in the park, watching winter turn to spring. Walking in the dark, seeing lovers do their thing. Ooh, that's the time that I feel like making love to you. Ooh, baby, that's the time that I feel like making dreams come true. Oh, my baby, when you talk to me, when you're moaning sweet and low, when you're touching me, and my feelings start to show. Ooh, yeah, that's the time that I feel like making love to you, baby, my baby. That's the time I feel like making dreams come true, yeah. Oh, my baby. You don't need to be for those sweet things whispered in your ear. Or maybe just
Man, keep that playing. I think that's you singing right there, ain't it, Bobby? Bobby, is that you singing?
That was me.
All right, let's keep that going for a second. Let's hear what you working with.
Hit it, Bobby. Hit it, baby,
Hit
bro.
those notes, Bobby. Hey.
A love stowaway.
running away from love.
All right, we in the Groove Studios with the one and only legendary pianist.
You laying it down, Bobby. Straight up.
I hear you
Those
singing
chord
that.
choices you made the right chord choices on this song. I'm glad you went where I wanted you to go.
Ooh, see? Oh,
No, because sometimes you hear where you want them to go, and then they go somewhere else, and you'd be let down. You'd kind of disappoint it.
Well, I took that in a whole
I
different
like that
direction.
musical year.
Yeah, it's kind of like 5-minute lovemaking. You're disappointed, you know? I just thought I'd put that out there. I'm trying to speak y'all language.
Yeah, that's true. We understand that. You say
Yeah,
5 minutes, but sometimes
right.
you can make 5 minutes seem
I
like
mean,
30.
sometimes
You can
can.
make it feel like 30 minutes, though. You make it feel like 30 minutes
This
sometimes.
is a family show.
Look
Let's
at
tell
him.
the truth.
But I love the chord. I love the chord choices. I love the chord choices that you made on this. So what was it like at Capitol Records? Tell us about the house that Nat built. What was that like?
Capitol, has a long, deep tradition. They've had Nat Cole and the Beatles and all kinds of million sellers, and so it was such a privilege to be able to work there, to go in there and see all the pictures on the wall, and but as a company, they pulled the plug on their whole jazz division because we weren't making as much money as the pop and the rock and the R&B, and jazz never has. But if a company, y'all know Clive Davis, right?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Clive took Kenny G, a jazz saxophone player, and made a million seller out of him.
Sure did.
So if you put the resources behind the music, it will happen. But these companies didn't feel like they had to do that. And at the time I was there, they had Nancy Wilson was there too. And we all were just cut adrift. That's when I became a musical director.
Do you think? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When Capitol cut the jazz division, I had to have something to do.
Right. Do you think that Kenny G, because I remember when Kenny G was there, do you think that because they marketed him in a more vanilla way, do you think that had an effect on it?
Yeah, because I really was looking at him more like instrumental pop.
Right.
Than any kind of serious jazz. You know?
That's
Absolutely.
That's how I remember him being when he came
Yeah,
out. That was the
exactly.
main conversation for people who were, heavy jazz people, that Kenny G was more like, I don't know, even the wave or something. It just wasn't heavy jazz. So
Yeah. And I've recorded and performed in all the genres of this music. I was one of the fusion pioneers.
Right.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and I play smooth jazz. I play traditional jazz. I think all of it, if you approach it with a sense of real, make people really believe what you're saying.
Right.
I think all of it is beautiful. If you can be creative in all of the genres of jazz.
Yes,
you really can.
when you're songwriting, what is the best scene for you as a songwriter? Do you like to write at night? Do you write on an airplane? How do you normally compose and write?
Let me turn around and ask my instrument. When do I like to write? She says 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
When it's
Wow.
quiet. That's what most of them say, when it's quiet. Yeah.
Most of these great
Absolutely.
artists.
Mhm.
You know,
And we shared, you worked with so many and collaborated. I mean, from Esther Phillips. Did you hear that when we started the show off with Esther?
yeah, I had to smile when I heard her singing that song that I wrote. And,
Nice.
and lending her Esther Phillips personality to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then working with John Lucian. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he was very nice and just real relaxed all the time, really easy to get along with and work with. And you know, he's got that rich baritone voice.
Very.
Mhm.
And,
We love that.
So it was, you know, he just makes you feel like you need to put some magic behind that voice. You know, I loved working with John.
What were some of the big tours that you did that you just could not believe you were on? You had to phone home about it.
Well, there's been a few of them. The Bette Midler, the Sly Stone, the Al Jarreau, the Nita Baker. I mean, these were all tours that covered a lot of area and played in a lot of the large venues.
Without telling secrets, who was the wildest, craziest tour you were on?
Tales from the Tour Bus.
You don't have to tell a story, just which one of them was the
Give
wildest.
us a Tales
person.
from the Tour Bus.
The wildest and the craziest. Yeah. Probably have to be Nita Baker tour.
Okay, I can believe it.
We've heard about that.
I can believe it.
I'm still waiting for, you can think about it, but when we come back, we want a tale from the tour bus.
They usually don't tell what happens on the road. It stays on the road. They
But
usually
you
don't
ain't,
tell
we
it.
ain't got to say no
Yeah,
names.
what happens on the
What
road
happens on the road stays on the road. That's why I
That's
said
not
which
true.
one was crazy. Which one
Tales
was the
from the
craziest
tour bus. We've gotten tales from the tour bus.
person? I don't think he's going to be revealing that
He's
tonight.
gonna think about a good one for us. But how about some of the best advice you received in your career? What would you say?
The best advice.
Some of the best advice.
Well, the first best advice, I'll have to go all the way back to my Minneapolis days when I was that struggling young teenager. One of the older musicians there said to me one time, you know what? You need to learn how to play in all 12 keys.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm telling you this is because someday you're going to be working with singers.
Yep.
You're going to be working with horn players, and you just need to know and get comfortable with wherever they might tell you to play.
Yep.
And he was so correct. I cannot believe it.
I can't tell you how many piano players will say, you sound better in another key only because they can't play it in the key you want to do it in.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So it's, yeah.
As a jazz piano teacher,
Yep.
I don't let these young people get away with just playing in one or two keys.
Mhm.
No.
Gotta be able
We
to-
don't go like that.
You got to transpose on the spot, folks. You got to transpose. Oh, we have a phone call.
We got a caller.
And sometimes singers, when they're on the road and the gigs are too close together, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
wear and tear on the voice,
Got to lower the key.
I've had them come to me in sound check.
Yep.
Look, I need to take this down a step tonight.
Uh-huh.
And then I would in turn pass that along to the band. That's why I only hired guys who could transpose.
On the spot. Yeah, I used to have to do that many times, have to change the key at the last minute if your voice is tired. Yeah, so we're going to take a caller. We have a caller on the line. Thank you for calling We Love Rare Grooves. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, Kelly, it's Lisa DeVoe.
Hi, Lisa DeVoe.
Lisa DeVoe.
Girl, how you been doing?
How you been?
Oh,
How you been COVID doing?
I've been out here.
Yeah.
Huh?
How you been
What'd you
doing?
say?
How have you been doing?
Oh, I've been great. I'm actually really excited because I've kind of been in a little hiatus for a few years musically, and now I'm excited about coming out with a new project. I kind of shared it with Clifton a couple of weeks ago about the concept. So I'm like concentrating on that right now. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
It's great.
How you guys doing?
We doing
Did
good.
you hear the snippet of the tune of yours that we played?
Second Nature?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that the one you thought? Of course. Is Bobby on the phone?
Yes,
Yeah,
Bobby.
he's on the
Yes,
show.
Bobby's on the phone.
He's on the show.
He's on the show.
I'm the special guest, darling.
Hi, Bobby.
Oh, now she got.
I know you're a special guest, but I didn't know if you were actually like on this call or if it were, you know.
Girl, you used to be part of the show. You know how we do it. You used to be part of the show.
Oh, hey, you know what? You guys have like evolved, okay?
Yeah, we got great lighting too. We got good lighting over here too.
Yeah, we upgraded our lighting. We took your advice.
Yeah.
We got professional, like gigantic lighting and ring bulbs and studio lights. Yeah,
we're burning up over here.
So tell us about that project that you guys collaborated on, Second Nature. Tell us about that, Bobby and Lisa.
Oh, Second Nature. Okay, so Second Nature came about. Now this is my first CD, first song, first release, and I met Bobby through our mutual friend and producer Norman Connors.
Norman.
Norman. Yeah, remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Norman's like, I have the perfect keyboard player, artist for you. He's great. You know, I think that he can really enhance, you know, the sensitivity of your vocals, and he's easy to work with. He's super talented, and you know, so I was really nervous when I met him. But the song came to me through a songwriter named Carol Duboc. And she wrote a lot of songs to Shantae Moore. She wrote Precious. I don't know if you're familiar with that, was Shantae's first hit, Precious. But anyway, I liked the fact that she wrote for a certain vocal style, and I thought that her writing would sort of match my style. And we laid down the vocal and felt like the song needed something else, and because I wanted this project to have a smooth jazz undertone to it, Norman thought that Bobby would be the perfect accompaniment to enhance this. And it actually was the first release from my first CD called Shaking That Jazz, and it's a song that essentially put me on the map. So
Bobby
I owe a
Lyle.
lot to Bobby for that, yeah, because his name, the name value that he brought to that was, you know, an awareness, because, you know, being a new artist, people were wondering, like, well, who is this girl? But then, of course, Bobby Lyle came and did his thing on it. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, Bobby, thank you.
You're
you
quite
for
welcome. You remember what I said to you when you first got on that mic? I said, you better sing, girl.
Exactly.
Hey, Lisa.
Well, you know, I was a little nervous. Yeah.
So stay in touch with us for the new project. We want to, you know, keep the show flowing here, but we wanted to share your music, your collaboration with the great Bobby Lyle. I'm so glad that you told that great story. And Bobby, as we going through the journey, keep listening to the show. We got some more stuff and a special surprise for Bobby.
I definitely will. It's so great to talk to you guys, Bobby. It's so great to hear from you, and I'm glad that you're on this show, and I'm going to stay tuned in. And
you too, Lisa.
Yeah,
thank you.
Collaboration's fun.
Okay,
guys.
congratulations
Well,
too,
take care,
Lisa,
and
to you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
And I'm
Thank
waiting
you.
on that video, please.
What are you congratulating me on? What part?
On everything. We're congratulating you on
You-
getting
you-
married, on your new project, everything.
All
We
that
haven't
stuff.
seen you in a while.
Oh, you got married? Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's what I was mentioning.
All right. COVID
All the
is.
above.
Okay, well,
Somebody
thanks, guys.
snatched you out
Okay,
of
well, I'll
circulation.
Thank you, dear. We'll talk
bye.
soon. God bless. As we
Okay, guys.
All
right,
right.
bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
As we continue here on We Love Rare Grooves with the great Bobby Lyle, man. You enjoying yourself this evening, man, in the Groove Studios?
I'm having a ball.
Man, we can share some more music. We're going to give a little love to our girl here at the tax accounting group. So we're going to give that some love, right? Pretty Tony?
Yeah, why not? Pretty Tony.
LB Tax. And then we're going to come in with another musical selection and come back and talk about some other things and keep it going with the musical journey here with Mr. Bobby Lyle in the Groove Studios. Pretty Tony, take me away.
Don't wait until tax season to seek out your tax consultant. Come see what the services of LB Taxes and Consulting Group can do for you. They have extensive experience providing tax planning and services to small businesses and individuals. At LB Taxes and Consulting Group, they work with entrepreneurs such as Uber and Lyft drivers to provide you the most current tax strategies and advice on issues necessary for you and your organization. Call them today at 424-227-8885. That's 424-227-8885. Or visit their website, lbtaxes.com. They can assist you with information on PPP loans and stimulus checks. They provide services all year round for tax resolution and payment arrangement assistance. LB Taxes and Consulting Group, the experts that you can count on.
Summer song, wake you with a kiss to start the morning off. In the midst of herself playing Santa Claus, she brings gifts through her breeze.
Mitchell.
The Funk Yard. Feel it, mama.
Been so long with Bobby Lyle, man. We went through the jazz, hip hop, funky, bebop.
You do it all, Bobby. You do
Doing
it
it
all,
all,
buddy.
man.
Yeah. Tell us about it. Tell us about it. Because you know every song got a story. Talk to us.
I don't know. I like all kinds of music, and I want that to be reflected whenever I record. You know, I like Latin fusion. I like funk. I love funk. You know, George Duke and I were good friends. I miss he and Joe Sample so much. I was like brothers with these guys, you know.
Yeah.
And we all used to talk about that. You know, the fact that you know, you can play straight ahead, but you also got to get down with some funk too every once in a while.
To make the skunks proud. That's what you got to do. Make the skunks proud because it's funky.
Well, and I'm you know, people were kind of surprised when I went to LA and my first gig was with Sly and the Family Stone, because they couldn't quite wrap their head around this jazzer being with this funkster, but you know, I play everything. What can I say?
You was just trying to work. I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta do
your
what
family.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You had to pay for that Lincoln Continental.
Absolutely. And the $500.
How long did it last after that trip?
You know, a funny thing happened. I was driving through the Bonneville salt flats in Utah. And I got that Lincoln up to 115 or 20 miles an hour.
What?
Yeah.
And
then
when I pulled into Hollywood, California, I'm on Vine Street going about 20 miles an hour, and boom, the tire blows out.
Wow.
Oh, well, thank God it blew out in 20 miles an hour, not 115.
I looked at my wife and I said, what if that had happened out there in Utah?
That boat would have went flying. That boat of a car would have went flying. Good Lord.
Yeah, we probably would have survived because that car was
It's huge. Yeah.
sturdily built, you know, cushiony.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've tried to purposely put myself in different kinds of musical situations, just to meet the challenge of doing something different from what I normally do.
Yeah.
And you know, if I wasn't able to pull it off, I'm sure the people would have showed me the door. You know,
Long time ago, huh? You wouldn't be right here where we talking to you.
Long time ago.
Tell us some of the what I would say the guiding principles that kept you throughout these decades going strong. What would you say? some of your guiding principles?
I'd say the most important thing is to, and I tell my students this, is to stay curious. You know, be curious and always try new things. Don't ever just flatline your musical presentation. You gotta keep it moving. Do you know that only when I do shows like this and people are going back through my history, y'all spent some serious time in the vault, by the way.
We did.
Yes, we did.
That's what we do.
That's what you do.
Uh-huh.
But this is the only time that I listen to what I did years ago, because I'm always so in the now, and I'm focused on what's happening right now, and then what I'm fitting to do, as we say here in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the past is great, and I'm proud of all that stuff, but I don't dwell on it.
No,
I want to keep moving. You know,
that's for us to do for you, to keep it out there, right?
You
Listen to
sound
this
like
now.
Yeah, Minneapolis native. That's what Prince was. He just goes forward, went forward.
Yeah. He had that same kind of spirit, you know,
Right.
in the music that he was doing. I met Prince when he was a 16-year-old with a garage band over in the north side of Minneapolis. A good friend of mine who was a radio disc jockey was going with Morris Day's mother. And he kept telling me about this teenage band in North Minneapolis. Man, you got to go hear these kids. And it was right before I was getting ready to move to LA, and I'm like, Dan, I don't have time. I'm busy. I'm selling things. I'm packing. He said, no, you don't understand. You got to go hear these kids. So finally, just to shut Dan up, I went over to North Minneapolis with him, down somebody's basement, and here was Prince and Morris Day and all of them as teenagers. And I stood there and I listened to them, and I'm like, wow, man, these kids are really good. And I said that to my friend who took me over there, and he said, dude, what you think I've been trying to tell you? He had to like drag me over there. And so what I said to them afterwards was, you know, you young men, the thing that's the most impressive to me about what you're doing is that you're playing all your own original music.
Hey.
And that's going to take you guys unbelievably far. So,
And it did.
And it did.
I didn't have to be Nostradamus.
The rest is history.
Was Andre Simone with them too at that time?
I believe he was.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's been on before too.
Right, when they had the 57th Street
Right.
Band.
Mhm.
Yep. So
Yeah, and you know, years later, I ran into Morris Day in Las Vegas, and when we ran into each other, the first thing out of his mouth was, "Man, I remember you came to our little rehearsal when we were teenagers."
Man, that's great.
He forget about you. That's good.
Hey, we're going to have some fun now. We're going to do Shantini in 60 seconds. So she's going to ask you a random.
I'm going to ask you a series of random questions. You have to answer them in 60 seconds or less.
Okay.
Don't let Clifton distract you. Listen to me. Tune out.
Yeah,
the
please do
background
not listen to
noise.
him.
But I will have some.
Okay, you ready, Reggie? What was your first job?
My first job. What was my first job? My first job was cutting lawns.
Your favorite song to perform?
The Genie.
Oh, yeah.
Name a lover gave you.
What's your wife call you?
Name a lover gave you. Don't listen to him.
Honey Bunch.
Let me see.
You only have 60 seconds, Mr. Lyle.
That's a quick one, huh?
Is that your
one
name?
used to call me Robert Simmons by my first and middle name.
I was hoping that that's a quick one wasn't his name. Greatest piece of advice?
For me or for others?
For you, the greatest piece of advice you've ever gotten.
Oh, I've ever gotten.
I think you told us already, didn't
Stay diligent and stay humble.
I was born in 1984. What were you doing then?
Smoking weed.
84.
Smoking weed. Smoking weed.
84. I was living my best life in Los Angeles.
I heard that. If you could record or produce an album for a celebrity that is deceased, who would that be?
Oh wow. Billie Holiday.
If you hadn't made a career in music, what would you have done instead?
I probably would have been a writer because my dad was a writer and he wrote for the Minneapolis Tribune, and I think I inherited some of that from him, but it's more like a hobby now. I do blogs.
Dream artist to work with that's alive?
Let's see.
You are running
Some
out
Marcus
of time.
Miller.
If you could live again as an animal, which one would it be?
I'd be a lion.
Be a lion. Which superpower would you want? Invisibility, flying, or reading minds? Hurry up. Which one?
Reading minds.
There you go. That's it.
There you go. On time. Hey.
Welcome back to the Groove Studios. You got that done. In 84, I was cleaning seeds off your album and smoking.
Did you still have the Lincoln Continental in 84? Probably not, huh?
Oh no, that thing is long been gone.
So now,
in fact, I bought another Lincoln while I was when I was first in LA. I bought a silver one with the sunroof and all that.
Diamond in the back with the sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster lean. Look at
exactly.
And you know the biggest thrill I had in that car was, I didn't even have a garage. It was in a carport.
Oh, okay.
The biggest thrill that I had was one night I pulled out of the carport and I turned on the KBCA. I think that was the LA jazz station. And they were playing the Genie. And that's the first time I had ever heard my music on the radio.
Go. He answered one of my questions.
That was my question. So, man, that's about the third question you took tonight from me. Like, how you know? But, hey, that's great, man. The Genie, that's why we played it tonight. That was one of my favorite cleaning seeds off of.
What did your parents think about it? Did they get to see you, make a career in music? What did they think about it?
Yes, they did. And, they came around. Let me put it that way, because you know how parents like to say, well, now you better get a real job.
Right.
But Dad, Mom, music is so much a real job. You have no idea.
So we getting ready to go into the Dusty of the Week. You already thought we did Dusties, right? But we have a segment that we call the Dusty of the Week, where we go in the crates, we go down in the vault. There's been some dust in the Groove Studio, so we're going to bring some more dust, brought to you by Sweet Life Magazine, Sweet Life Digital Concierge Magazine, sweetlife.com. So it's a digital magazine with colorful stories, colorful people, and colorful places. And the publisher is Sarah Harris. So go register, subscribe today. It's a great digital magazine. It's the #1 digital magazine in the Los Angeles marketplace. So today we reached down in the Groove Studios. I said the Grove. The Grove of the Groove.
We let it slide.
The Grove of the Groove.
I'm not letting it slide. I ain't letting it slide. No. Come on, get it right.
Off of there, huh?
Exactly.
So this is one of your inspirations. We went down and got a little bit of the video of Mr. Earl
on the beat.
Gardner. Earl Gardner. Oh. That's our Dusty of the Week, him playing the remake of Laura.
One of my favorites.
And then we got stay tuned, because then we got a special treat for you, Mr. Lyle. Watch this video mixed by the one and only DJ Reg, our videologist of the DJ videos. Pretty Tony, take me away.
stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Come on, now sing it with me, sweet love. Tell me, darling, that's your name. Darling, I feel no shame. I'm in love. Master Bobby Lyle, here we are.
There you go. They got him at the bottom.
Ready?
Wow, where'd you find that?
Man.
Oh, in the Groove Vault.
This is to you, man. Honor to
Yeah,
Mr.
wow.
Bobby Lyle, man. This is for you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Making it
Yes,
happen, Bobby. I can tell you that. Putting that fire on them, okay?
Man.
I forgot what I was going to ask you.
The
I was
signature.
distracted. I don't
Signature.
forgot.
She was a little distracted by your bass
Signature.
player in one of those
Signature.
videos.
Oh, that's right. I was
The
going to
left-handed, the bass player, the
The
left-handed.
left-handed.
Yeah, he was kind of fine. So I got the question now. I remember now. Who are you endorsed by? Which piano company or are you endorsed?
At the moment, I am not, but I was previously. I've been endorsed by Yamaha, and I've been endorsed by Kauai.
What's
okay.
wrong with Yamaha now? What's wrong? They getting cheap? We
Man,
need to talk to
they're
Big
all-
Red. We need to have Big Red talk to him.
He gonna hang him over a banister today.
Yeah,
you know.
they're all getting cheap. When I don't ask for much. I would like to go to the NAMM show in January, and
You've been before the NAMM, right?
I've been there before, yeah. But you expect the company,
Of course, yeah,
that you
Automatically.
deal
Automatically.
with.
That should be automatic.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Give me a plane ticket and a hotel room,
And your badge, and you're good. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, but hey,
Real easy.
whatever.
Real easy.
He said, "Hey, whatever. Don't worry. We're gonna
Don't
get
worry
Big
about-
Red. He
Big-
gonna
We'll
hang him
get
over
Big
the
Red to
banister.
make that phone call.
He gonna make him
Right.
an offer they can't refuse. Don't worry.
Where's Big Red?
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
My office hours is 9 to 5.
Where's Big Red?
You're right here.
Go ahead and make that call.
We all gonna bust up in NAMM. Don't you?
I
worry.
don't see what that's a little disrespectful in my opinion. That's a little disrespectful. What
Especially
What-
to a legend.
One last question for you as we get ready to close out, and then we're going to go ahead and play a little bit more of that latest.
No, man, you got to stay all night.
that's
Oh,
you
I
the
love
first.
it.
That's
We
what
love
we're
it.
talking about.
Hey, you the first guest.
Right.
Right. Say, let's keep it going.
Not the first one. They just say, let's go.
keep
Hey,
it
but
going.
what legacy you think you have left to the music industry? The legacy.
The legacy.
It's still going, but you know.
Yeah, it's still going. I'm not a museum piece yet.
Yeah.
But I just think an artist who always tried to go for diversity, whether playing the Hammond organ or the acoustic piano, and writing songs with melodies that help to soothe people during these troubled times. And that's my contribution to the world, I hope.
Yeah, I concur. I agree.
So, man, this is what we do to honor our guests here when you come into the Groove Studio. So, from our engineer, Pretty Tony, to our consultant, Robert A., to our DJ Reg, to our talented, beautiful co-host, Ms. Shantini Irie, and myself, the host. We want to give you the honorary We Love Rare Grooves Award. As they say, it is in the mail for you.
Yes, it's coming.
It's coming.
Check your mail.
I just got your address on Friday, so you will have this, and once you receive it, I will get
I will be looking out for that.
Yes.
So take a picture before we close out. I'll get your phone number. You can send it to me so we can have it in our catalogs as one of our great guests has been on the show. And you're always welcome to come back.
I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Wonderful.
Man.
I had no idea that you could find that much stuff on me.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you got a lot, my brother.
And that's what I mean. You can come back and we got some more we can share, and some more stories.
There's definitely more because I want y'all to get into that Hammond, Oregon stuff.
Okay.
We'd love to get into the Hammond, Oregon. Believe me.
So make sure with that award you get, please put it with the rest of your awards. Right there. Matter of fact, right there behind you, right next, right on the piano, right there, right there. Be right there.
Right
Yeah,
here?
right there, exactly, right there. Part.
You know what? I know what I wanted to tell you before I go. You played Errol Garner.
Yes, Laura.
Playing Laura.
Yes.
You see that picture down there on the end, the last one?
Yes.
That is an original manuscript of Laura.
Oh.
See, I knew that. That's why we played it.
And I received that as one of my gifts for being an Emmy nominee.
Right, from 1977, right.
For the
Divas, Divas in Las Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things they gave me for getting that.
Wow, that's
amazing.
special.
Now, Mr. Lyle, how can people keep in touch with you? What's your social media handle?
Again.
Well, I am on
MySpace,
Instagram, Facebook,
Bobby,
Instagram, and
Twitter.
BobbyLyleTheGenie.com.
BobbyLyleTheGenie.com.
Is that his handle for
Yeah.
Instagram too, Bobby Lyle the Genie?
Yeah, yes, Bobby Lyle is just Bobby Lyle for Instagram.
Let's see, on Instagram, I think it's Bobby Lyle 88.
Okay.
You should have said 84.
So on some of your
No, there's 88 keys on the piano.
I know. I was thinking about my year. I wasn't thinking about the 88.
So Mr. Lyle, are your sons still in the music business? Your sons?
Well, my younger son passed away in 2017.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
And this album is dedicated to his memory.
Oh man.
Wow.
But my other son, Robin, is still actively doing stuff, and he produces and writes and stuff.
Yeah, I knew.
So.
You know what? I knew him. I knew your because I used to see him around in the when I used to do the clubs and stuff.
Which one, Robin or Tommy, or both of them?
Let me see. I know he was the tall one. I always forget
Tommy's the big one. Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, man, we'll keep you in prayer, Ray. Great dedication to your latest CD. And don't leave us. We got two things to do before we close out. Don't leave us because we want you to do a drop before we go. But the Mazatlan, you have that for us there?
Yes, the Mazatlan Jazz Festival in Mazatlan, Mexico, October 8th through the 11th, 2021. The current lineup for the festival is Peter White, Huge Groove, Marion Meadows, Joachim Joyner, Johnny Britt, DW3, and Don the Juan Bell. The festival will be held at the
just why wasn't I invited for that?
Talk to Big Red. Talk to Big Red. I got you. I got you on the next one. I got you.
The festival will be held.
We connected.
This festival will be held at an all-exclusive private concert venue, Pueblo Bonito, Emerald Bay Resort in the tropical Mazatlan, Mexico. And check this, you have the option of purchasing additional package options for your travel, transportation, and concert experience. For more information, go to MazatlanJazzFestival.com and sign up for the newsletter. We'll keep you posted. And don't forget to tell them that you heard it on We Love Rare Grooves.
Give them a call, 323-961-2299. That's the Mazatlan Jazz Festival.com. It's going to be a most sophisticated destination jazz event.
Are we going? I need to go.
Yes, we are going.
This is my birthday weekend, too.
We're going to work it out.
And we're going to sneak my man in here.
Right, we're going to work it out.
We're going to be sneaking in.
So we want to thank our listening audience all over the globe for continuing to join us as we do We Love Rare Grooves, bringing you the legends. We want to thank Beverly Boys Production, the go-to guys for all your video production needs. LB Tax Consultants. That's right. Give them all your tax services. Give them a call. And also Lifestyle Imports. Get your passport for the Mazatlan Jazz Festival. And Sweet Life. That's right. SoCal. Now, also, we here at ubngo.com are looking for engineers. That's right. You can have a career as being an engineer. Call us today at 323-524-2599. Ask for
Pretty Tony.
Anybody
except
we'll
Tony.
take care of you. Learn how to be a studio engineer. If you're just out of film school, this is a great place to get started. And we have ample amount of shows here that we're looking for engineers. So please give us a call at 323-524-2599. So streaming live here tonight.
On YouTube live. Follow us on our Facebook channel, We Love Rare Grooves, Instagram, We Groove Entertainment, and Twitter, We Groove Entertainment. All of our shows will be replayed in audio form on iHeartRadio and Spotify and Apple Podcasts in their entirety. You can catch the video versions on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, We Love Rare Grooves.
And if we do, we'll be here again next week. Same groove time, same groove channel. Only as we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. Nobody.
Good night.
We have a great guest next week. You guys will take care of them, and we're going to have a great time. So tune in next Monday night for another great show as we had the legendary Bobby Lyle.
And Bobby comes back and get funky with us, okay? We're looking for the funk the next time.
Living in the flow.
All right, now there's plenty of funk on that.
Absolutely. We're going to have a Skunk Family reunion right up in here, okay?
All right, now.